All right, guys. All right. Peace, everybody. What's good? It's our boy, George Malachi Williams, and you are now representing with New Media Today USA. I represent New Media Today USA. And I want to thank everybody for watching this channel. Please hit the like button, subscribe, and share this video. Right now, I got a goal. I want to shoot a video a day for a whole year for 2021. So that's my goal. If I can do that, that'll be 365 videos. So that's what I want to do. I like to talk a lot about boxing. NewMediaTodayUSA.com is the website. You're going to get a lot of different information on that website. Sports, entertainment, politics, lifestyles. There's many different things. Right now, I've been on my boxing stuff. You know what I mean? I've been a fan of boxing. I used to box myself when I was a teenager, so I really love boxing. I love this interview that Blue Blood Sports TV did with Derrick James today. Today is December 31st. Last year. I'm in Miami. It's currently 8:39 p.m. So next 3.5 hours is going to be the new year, 2021. So anyways, I want to talk about what is your wish for 2021 from a boxing standpoint? Me, will Errol Spence or will Terence Crawford be undisputed? Who knows? If they fight each other, it's very well they can become undisputed. But someone got to get that belt out of Manny Pacquiao's hand. Manny Pacquiao's been holding that belt forever. Me personally, I feel like he should be stripped. He's in the way. He's not active. He's not doing anything. So they need to strip that belt of Manny Pacquiao, the WBA championship belt. Now, I do know Ugas has a belt too, right? I think Ugas has the super WBA belt, but the regular WBA championship belt is Manny Pacquiao's. He beat Keith Thurman, Keith one-time Thurman, to get in order to become the WBA champ. And he hasn't been fighting. So I think he needs to be stripped. Let the young guns fight over the belt. Let Errol Spence get a crack at it. If you're not going to fight him, let Terence Crawford get a crack at it if you're not going to fight him. Or even strip it and make somebody a mandatory. Make Ugas have to fight to get that belt. And then if anybody wants to be undisputed champion, let either Errol Spence or Terence Crawford have to fight to become undisputed by fighting Ugas as well. So basically, what I want is I want to see both of these guys fight. Now, in this interview, Blue did an excellent interview because you hear a lot of fanboys and a lot of fans on the internet saying that, hey, Terence Crawford know not to fight. He don't want to fight Errol Spence because he know he going to get exposed, and he don't want to fight Shawn Porter. He's scared of Shawn Porter, yada, 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 yada. That's fanboy stuff. You see what I'm saying? Derrick James broke it down real well. He said in this interview, he said these guys have fought fighters like Errol Spence, Terence Crawford, Shawn Porter, Danny Garcia. These guys have fought even Boots Ennis. Ennis, my main man Ennis Boots. We're gonna talk about him too. Jerron Ennis. Derrick James said that, hey, these guys have fought for free at a high level, for free, top competition, for free, and wasn't afraid. Now that these guys as rich as making money, they're not afraid to fight anybody. Derrick James specifically said that Terence Crawford is not afraid to fight Shawn Porter. He don't believe that. You don't get on that level and be afraid. So all of you fanboys out there that's saying, oh, Terence Crawford is afraid. If you don't like the guy, just say, I don't like the guy. This is why I'm saying it. But as a fan, sometimes I can't stand you fans because you guys get so caught up in your feelings and you say stuff. You don't even know these boxers. Your favorite fighter, you don't know him. He probably won't do anything for you. He won't give you a dime or a dollar out of his pocket. But, you do have your opinion. There's nothing wrong with that. But Derrick James, someone who's a boxer, who was a boxer himself, comes from a boxing pedigree, and is a damn good trainer, has two champions right now with Jamel Charlo and Errol Spence. He said that, hey, listen, man, Terence Crawford's not afraid of anyone. He'll fight anybody. But as it relates to Terence Crawford and Errol Spence fighting, you have to look at the business aspect of it. These two fighters are elite fighters. Errol Spence and Terence Crawford are elite fighters. But from a business standpoint, Errol Spence is doing more of the lion's share of bringing an audience and the crowd in the welterweight division. That is true. And if me being a fan of Terence Crawford, because Terence Crawford is my favorite boxer, it's him, it's Jamel Charlo, it's Errol Spence, it's Boots Ennis, it's Shakur Stevenson, it's Tank Davis. It's another guy, man, I love. That's one of my favorites. He's from Russia. I'm going to look for his name right now. Artur Beterbiev. That guy. Look, that guy from Russia, man. Light heavyweight champion. He's unified champ. I think he's WBC, IBF champ. That guy's a monster. I'm not talking about like how Kovalev was. He's way more stronger when Kovalev was the guy. But anyways, but what I want to say is, do you think that Terence Crawford or Errol Spence will become undisputed champion for 2021? That's my hope, my dream is for those two guys to fight each other. Now, I will say this: Terence Crawford does need to fight Shawn Porter. Because we'll be able to, if he fights Shawn Porter from a business standpoint, I believe that once he fights Shawn Porter, and if he can dispose of Shawn Porter, which I believe he will, I think that his star power will just skyrocket from there. Because now the fans they will create more of a demand for those two to fight, for Shawn Porter, from Errol Spence and Terence Crawford to fight. The fans are going to be the ones to pay. You see what I'm saying? So I think that if Errol Spence, if not Terence Crawford fight Shawn Porter and let it go to purse bid or whatever, let Al Heyman put up the money for the fight because Bob Arum saying he's losing money with Terence Crawford, and Terence Crawford contract with Top Rank is up in October, right? So 10 months from now, his contract is up. He's going to be a free agent. So will he re-sign with Top Rank? I doubt it because Bob Arum has been trashing him in the media. Is saying that he's losing money. So it'd be best that if Terence Crawford probably would go to PBC or go to somewhere else who's going to pay him the kind of money he's looking for. Then he'll be able to get those signature fights in the welterweight division. Because from a boxing career standpoint, I think Terence Crawford has a better boxing resume, career-wise. But in the welterweight division, Errol Spence has a better boxing welterweight record. And since we are in the welterweight division, Errol Spence is doing the numbers. Now, I'm not the guy that's going to say, hey, Terence Crawford, you should do this A, B, C, and D. All I'm saying is, from a business standpoint, and, Errol Spence is doing the numbers. And from a business standpoint, Terence Crawford is not doing the exact same numbers that Errol Spence is doing. So they need to negotiate, see what they can work out. Neither one of them are afraid of each other. Errol Spence is not afraid of Bud. Errol Spence feel like that he will beat Bud. He won't stop him because he couldn't stop Mikey Garcia. Terence Crawford believed that he'll beat Errol Spence, and we won't know until they actually fight each other. So the question was, will they become undisputed? We don't know. We'll just have to see. But the only way they're going to become undisputed, they got to get that belt out of Manny Pacquiao's hand. I think the WBA need to strip Manny Pacquiao, strip him. Now, some fights that I want to see in 2021. Tank Davis and Teofimo Lopez. I think their styles are very, very similar. I think that Tank getting there with Teofimo Lopez, it'll be the first time that he's not the heavily favored in the fight. It'll be the first time that he won't be fighting someone that he can just walk over. You see what I'm saying? Teofimo is the real deal. And him and Tank fight very similar, and Teofimo does hit just as hard as Tank. So I want to see how would Tank do if he fights someone that's just as dangerous as him, just as athletic as him, and that can hit as hard as him and crack. How would he handle that pressure? Personally, I think Teofimo would beat Tank. I believe so. You know what I mean? Because their styles is very similar. And, Teofimo brings to the table the same thing as Tank. And I just think that, that Teofimo is a little bit bigger than Tank. And I think that he'll pretty much do what he will with Tank. Honestly. And I like Tank Davis. But I think Teofimo's too much for him. I think Floyd need to not allow him to fight Teofimo. But I do think Tank should fight Lomachenko. I think Tank should fight Lomachenko. The only reason Teofimo was able to fight him because Tank didn't want to fight Lomachenko. For whatever reason. His team felt like he wasn't ready. So I think that Tank need to fight Lomachenko. I think that'll be good. I don't think who else we have here? Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney. I think that'll be a good fight also. Will Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney fight each other? I don't know. You know what I mean? I think styles make fights. I think Devin Haney's style will give Teofimo problems. We know Teofimo is a damn good boxer. We know Teofimo does hit hard. He brings the pain. I think Devin Haney will give him something a little different. I would like to see how would Devin Haney stand up to Teofimo Lopez's pressure. His power, how would he be able to stand up to that? You see what I'm saying? So I would favor Teofimo against Devin Haney in that fight, to be honest with you. But I could be wrong. Devin Haney could have the keys to the car. Now, as it relates to Ryan Garcia is the pretty boy. You know what I mean? I like Ryan Garcia. I'm not going to lie. I haven't seen a lot of his fights. I see more of him on Instagram than I do him in the ring. So, and I do know that he comes out of the Canelo camp. So I think Ryan Garcia is a good kid, good fighter. I would love to see Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney fight each other. I would love to see Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis fight each other. Also, so that's those are my wishes for 2021. Now, Shawn Porter, Keith Thurman, and Danny Garcia, and my main man Jerron Boots Ennis. I love Jerron Boots Ennis. I think he is the future of the welterweight division. I don't know if he's ready for Terence Crawford yet or Errol Spence yet. You see what I'm saying? Because he hasn't fought anybody on that level. But I do believe that he is an elite fighter. Boots is only like 22, 23 years old. He has 26 fights, and he has one draw. One fight was a no contest, I think, from the headbutt not too long ago, this month in December 2020. So, but Boots is the real deal. He's the future. Do you throw him in there with Errol Spence right now? Errol doesn't have anything to gain for fighting this kid right now. He has everything to lose because this kid could beat him, and even Terence Crawford. So I don't know. Personally, I think Terence Crawford and Errol Spence will beat Boots right now. I think he's too young and green. But I would like to see Boots in the ring with Shawn Porter. I would like to see Boots in the ring with the Keith Thurman. I would like to see Boots in the ring with the Danny Garcia. Now, depending on how he fight those guys, if they fight, that'd be something. I would even like to see Boots in the ring with Ugas. Ugas would be a good test for him because Shawn Porter fought Ugas, and I believe Shawn Porter lost to Ugas. He even got knocked down against Ugas, but the referee said it was a slip. We both know it wasn't a slip. Shawn Porter got your ass knocked down. Anyways, but other than that, that's it, guys. That's my wrap up. I just want to see if will Errol Spence or Terence Crawford be undisputed. I would like to see Boots Ennis, Jerron Ennis fight more. Boots. I would love to interview Boots also, man. I really like that kid. He's a good kid, and that boy got some pop. He's very athletic, very talented, very quick. His speed is underrated. He reminds me a lot of Terence Crawford. He takes chances, and his power is very underrated. You don't know how strong he is until you get in the ring with him. Errol Spence is more of a methodical fighter. He's going to beat you over a period of time in the ring. He doesn't have one-punch knockout power. He doesn't have power like that, but he will beat you over a period of time. Shawn Porter don't have power like that neither. He just try to muscle you, headbutt you, play football with you, roughhouse you. And Keith Thurman is MIA. And Danny Garcia, Danny Garcia can fight, but he is a slow, flat-footed Puerto Rican fighter out of Philly. He can't beat elite fighters. He couldn't beat Keith Thurman. He couldn't beat Shawn Porter. He let Shawn Porter outbox him. How do you let Shawn Porter outbox you? And he couldn't beat Errol Spence. Errol Spence beat him 12 rounds. So Danny Garcia won't beat any elite fighters. I don't think Danny Garcia would beat Boots Ennis, Jerron Ennis. I don't think he'll beat him. He's just too flat-footed and slow. You see what I'm saying? Personally, myself. And I like Danny Garcia. I think you got a real good modeling career because you do have a pretty boy look going on. But you being champion again at welterweight division, I doubt it. Unless you catch a Manny Pacquiao, which with Manny Pacquiao, I don't have anything to lose. Doesn't have anything to gain by fighting you guys. His legacy is cemented, and his legacy is cemented and dipped in cement, and the cement is dry. You know what I mean? So basically, anybody who's trying to fight Pacquiao right now is just trying to get that name under their belt. He doesn't need you guys. So, but he does need to be stripped. Strip Manny Pacquiao, WBA, of the title. Strip him and let the young lions fight for it. Other than that, I do like what Derrick James said. Derrick James is a real good guy, real nice guy. I like him a lot. He has a lot of respect for fighters, being that he was a boxer himself, and now he is a trainer. And he understands the sport. He understands that these guys on this level are not afraid of each other. Anything else, you just have to work the business out. And I think we just need to be patient to see, when Errol Spence and Terence Crawford will fight each other. I believe they will fight each other. We're just going to get the fight. We're not going to get the fight when we want it. We're going to get it when it's time. So, Terence Crawford, if you're listening, if your team listening, just fight Shawn Porter. I think that the Shawn Porter fight would be a damn good fight. Shawn says he's going to make you uncomfortable. I believe that you'll stop Shawn Porter. If not stop him, at least knock him down at least 3-4 times. The reason why I say that is because Shawn Porter fights reckless. He leaves himself open. He doesn't have any defense. And he's going to come head hunting. He's going to come rushing in, bull rushing. And I saw when, what the guy's name from Australia that you beat him and took the WBO belt from. The guy who beat Manny Pacquiao in Australia. Jeff Horn. I saw Jeff Horn try to roughhouse you and come head first and bulldog you. Same style as Shawn Porter, like he did Manny Pacquiao, and you stopped him. So he was walking into traps. Shawn Porter's going to walk into a bunch of traps that's going to be set. He's going to get check hooks. He's going to get hit with check hooks all night long. And I think once he see how strong Terence Crawford is, he's going to be less apprehensive to run in there to try to execute that game plan. But that's his only shot at beating Terence Crawford. The roughhouse him, try to make it a dogfight, and if he can do that, that's his best shot. But if Terence Crawford can keep him at the end of that jab, catch him with them check hooks, which I think he will, and not try to do what Errol did, say, I'm going to prove to you I can beat you in your style. No, just fight your style. And when he try to come in there, because Terence Crawford has excellent footwork, Shawn Porter has good footwork, but I think when he comes in there with that, athleticism will give him problems, i.e. Keith Thurman. But I think that Shawn Porter will get pretty much, he might get stopped or dropped. Now, he's a tough guy, so I'm not going to say he'll get stopped, but he's going to get dropped. He's going to lose to a unanimous decision. I see an 8-4 decision, stoppage, multiple knockdowns, and that will will increase Terence Crawford's profile in the welterweight division for that Errol Spence fight. Other than that, that's it. This is our boy George Malachi Williams signing out. Listen, man, this is the end of the year, December 31st. It's 5 minutes to 9. I'm down here in Miami, Florida. And man, listen, man, everybody, man, have a safe New Year. Try to stay out of trouble. Try not to get hurt, harmed. Try not to put yourself in harm's way. Other than that, that's it. New Media Today, USA. We coming. Peace out.